Hey everybody. Oh, doesn't look like my camera's working. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me double check this here. All right, now it looks like it's going. Sorry about that, guys. Welcome to the Halloween edition of the Sketch Space. I am Rick Navarte, your host for the Sketch Space. I wanted to do something really special today. It's like 7 days till Halloween, and I know that this Halloween 2020 is not going to be like any other Halloweens, in the past. So with the pandemic and all, I don't even know if there's going to be any sort of trick-or-treating or anything like that. I've seen signs out here on the street that say, stay safe, stay home. So what I wanted to do for this edition of the Sketch Space is do a special Halloween activity. As you can see, I have little graphics here to denote that it, to make the Halloween more festive. The activity I'm thinking about doing today, instead of doing our regular word generator, is I want us to think about a costume that you would want to have. If like there was no budget, no limitations, anything you want, I want to see you draw that costume. Let me know if you guys are there and stuff. I'm going to show you, I put together a Pinterest board of just some ideas. Take a look here. Oops. Oh goodness. Let me get rid of this. Technology, guys. There we go. There I am. All right. So I put together this Pinterest board. Some ideas and stuff, and some of these people were really creative about their and my cat is being pretty needy right now. I have no idea why. Maybe it's because it's Halloween. Who knows? Just wanted to show you some of these. This little cute girl with her Voltron outfit, that's amazing. Look at this Raven guy. That's pretty cool, yeah? There's this cute little Mario baby, you know, an ostrich, chameleon, Snape as a boggart in Harry Potter. It's pretty cool. Look at this cool cat right here. That is pretty amazing. So I was thinking, you know, look at some of these. If you have other ideas for yourself, you know, definitely, there's no limit here. You know, I just want to see what you guys can come up with. I think that'd be so much fun. Yes, my wife says, Rona Barte says, I want candy. Yeah, that's part of the whole deal of Halloween, right? We'll probably just get a whole bunch of candy. It's candy. There's just little this wolf here. That's pretty cool. Look at this guy. There's another one here down here, I think. Oh, look, right here. That's pretty cool. And this anglerfish guy, you know. So think about it. Like, you can be an animal. You can be like this guy's a lobster right here. This person here is pretty cool. She's a bowl of cereal. You don't have to be just you know, an animal or a thing, like a person, you know, a living being. You can be like an inanimate object like this. Think about that. Here's another one I wanted to show. This really cool Bender, The Simpsons, Chris Pratt from Jurassic Park. Oh gosh, what's his name? Coco, Miguel from Coco. You can be a flower, cupcake. Here's Mr. Peanut. Those weird, what do you call those things? Tube guys, you know. Those are cool. There's Beaker from Muppets. These guys are cool from Sesame Street. You guys remember that? Seem pretty cool. Here's the Tafiti from Moana. That's pretty cool. There was one that I really wanted to show you guys. I thought was really clever, just in the execution of it. Gosh, I gotta find it. Here we go. So it's a rocket pack. It's a guy with a rocket pack, right? But so his head's sticking out of here. I guess his hands are working here. But these legs, of course, are fake, and his real legs are here. Thought that was pretty clever. So I am going to do. I didn't really think about this really. I'm thinking what I want to do. I wanted to do a cat, like me as a cool cat. So I'm thinking maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure. But let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the iPad. All my shots are all off now. Thanks, technology. Okay, here I am. I'm gonna go start the clock here at 25 minutes. We're gonna go draw for 25 minutes. You can think about what you're going to be drawing. I'm going to be using my iPad. You can use pencil and paper. That's totally fine. Later, after the 25 minutes, we'll be able to take this to a public photo album, and then we'll do a bit of show and tell. So for those drawing on pencil and paper, we're gonna make sure to go ahead and use your phone to take that drawing, to take a picture of that drawing later after this, and we'll send it up, and I'll give you the instructions on that later after the drawing session. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing myself in my cat costume. 25 minutes has started. Okay. I'm not really looking for anything finished, or I'm not looking for masterpieces. This is a sketch program. It's always going to be just a start of what you're doing. So let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna block in my shapes like a regular sort of body. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it tall this time, I think, instead of doing it horizontally like that. So I draw an oval for my head, and basic shapes for a body. Don't worry about being proportionally correct. If you are advanced enough to be able to do that, all power to you, but don't worry about it. You can even just be loose about your body, your body proportions for now, and see how I'm doing it. I'm just mapping out all the parts and appendages of a body. Hands, I just sort of do like square rectangles there. And every sort of joint, just a circle. So there's a basic body. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is what I can do is look. You can totally do this on another page or on your phone. Look for. Ooh, look at that guy. He's a cat in armor. That's a cool little find. I think I might just do that. Look at that. Happy accidents. Okay, so this guy is more of he is a big cat, so he looks more like a puma. And I think what you guys can do, whatever you guys are drawing, if you guys are drawing on, if you guys created a map of your body like this, or a general body, we're going to draw over this. So, 21 minutes left. Let's go ahead and start with this. Now, know that this is a guy. I'll show you differences between a man and a woman, of course. A woman, a female body, female form, has less is less wide in the shoulders. So from shoulder to shoulder, it's closer. But from hip to hip, it sort of, it's wider. So that, and there's sort of this hourglass shape. Okay. Just quick, I'm gonna take this aside. So there's this general, you can see the differences in the shape here. There is a, let me just draw another thing here, I'll show you. A man's body shape is sort of like this. A woman's body shape is sort of like that. Okay. Just a little quick tip. I think what I'll do is leave that. Maybe I'll try to do two, maybe. If I have time. The pressure. Trying the same height. Okay. All right, so start off with this guy. Puma head. Cats sort of have this sort of shape of a head. All right. Or would it be panther? Well, whatever. Trying to see what a panther's ears look like. It's kind of this sort of thing. So our guy right here is kind of hiding it underneath this hood. And we got the eyes. So I'm kind of making a, what is the term? I guess an anthropomorphized animal. Now, obviously, like if you've chosen something that's not an animal, you know, you don't even have to bother with the body. Well, I mean, unless you got to figure out how to put it on your body, like the lady with the bowl of cereal that was dressed as a bowl of cereal, which I thought was pretty clever. There's other things like those tube thingies, you know, the things that go like this. You know, you probably don't even really need to sort of do a body. But yeah, hoping everybody's working. So let's see here. Gonna make him have how much more? 16 minutes. I'm just gonna do quick, sort of. Shapes for armor parts. We can get into details later. So he has like sort of grieves the forearm pieces. You know, this is kind of cool because maybe you're planning for next Halloween. You know, it's always good to have a plan. So if we're sketching this out, then you have a year to make whatever we're sort of ideating here. Let's get back to his face here. Kind of just jumping around and doing details as I go along. So yeah, that's triangle nose. Ooh, you know what? I wonder if I can just do like let's make him look tough, like he's been battle hardened. Sort of a patch. It's missing an eye. Something like that. This mouth. So he has a sort of breastplate here. So funny story. The same cat that you heard around here who was meowing like crazy right before this show, as I was getting ready and doing things, getting the presentation ready and all that stuff. Cat up and pukes right here on the floor. So I'm like, really? Now? I love cats. I love these cats. But at the same time, they're always, they're always sort of getting into trouble. I'm gonna do sort of offset, sort of strap stuff. So this guy is really looking more, instead of like fantasy, kind of like how this guy is. You know, my aesthetic is more sci-fi, space sort of stuff. So maybe like a space cat. Yeah, I wonder if he should have paws. No, I think he should have. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the details on the hands right now, because I only have 11 minutes. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the female version. So I'm just going to approximate these just like that, and I can go to it later because I still have to get down to the legs. And you know, that's, you see me like working systematically from top to bottom. A lot of people don't do that. They jump all around the place, which I'm probably going to do here myself. So give him sort of a belt. Some of these knee pads. See, I'm like being really loose, right? I don't even have to worry about. This is just me. This is my style. This is how I work. Because we're just really trying to get down what's in my mind, down through my arm, down to my hand, down to the pencil. You know, do what works for you to get that. There are of course best practices, things that you're gonna need to know, you know, like proportions, of course, and ways to make things look solid. Let's do that. Get this camera down, actually. Why does it look so sort of blurry? I think that maybe we should have like boots. All right, that's 8 minutes. It's not bad. I like how I did this here. I like this part here. The central ring that's strapped to these, and I kind of stole that here, but instead of putting it dead center, kind of put it off to the left here. Sort of a design decision. Work out sort of little details now. Cool. What if he's a do a cape? Gives him some sort of regalness. Cool. Any better? Yeah. well, I have 5 minutes left. I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if I can get the female version done. I'm going to do a little digital trickery here and just move her to paste that to a different layer. So I know you guys can't do this if you guys are doing paper, but it's the wonder of digital. Alright, so I think I'm in the last 4 minutes and stuff. I'm gonna try to add some details and things to my cat space dude. Yeah, so I don't know how I would actually do this in real life. Probably have to get a sort of like a helmet sort of thing, right? That fits over my head. My eyes fitting through these parts here. Okay. Just checking up on things here. Ooh.
Do words lose weight if said too often, if not said enough, or they forgot?
Sorry guys, I had to remove that song before I got in. I don't know how that made it into the list there. MX tune, sorry. Copyrights. And looks like we have like a minute and a half. That's kind of cool. guys. It's like the last few seconds. Okay. There's my guy. All right, so 25 minutes are up. I think what we'll do is that I'm going to give you, extra time, like 5 minutes or so. Do finish ups, do actually any other details or anything like that. What you can do is right here, yogaisle.com/the sketch space. If you go to that site, you can upload your drawing, and we'll get to the show and tell time. In addition, I found out that you can actually just email the drawing to the sketchspace at yogaisle.com, and that'll automatically add it to the photo album. So I'm gonna go back to my drawing for like another 5 minutes, and then I'll give you another 5-minute countdown to finish up things and get it uploaded to YogaIsle. All right, so all right, we'll be back in just a little bit. All right, 5 more minutes, guys, and time to get your drawing up to the Yogao photo album. Isaiah, I fixed yours, so it's right side up now. No problem. I'm quick trying to get my female version. These legs need to be longer. She's much taller than the guy. She's more of a cheetah. Okay, 2 minutes left. Whoa. Cool. Okay, it's up already. It's mine. There's something up with yoga right now. Okay, I got it. All right, guys. So that, just in time, we're gonna go to show and tell time, and looks like I got some good ones so far. Back up. Okay. Bear with me just a moment. Other duplicates in here. Just clean this up. Okay. Let me just do this really quick as well. Okay, so here we go, guys. All right. So, let's get to mine. I tried to finish the female version of this character in the 10 minutes that we had. I think I'm gonna go in, of course, and get more detail and stuff. But here's my cat dude, space cat dude. I don't know what the story is behind it, but I felt like I wanted to be a cat, and that was my costume. And then I found that big puma looking dude, and I went with that. So here's my dude. That's really cool, I think. All right, next is Isaiah. Now this guy, it's crazy. I love the hatching on the hat. And this right here, these details here, that's pretty crazy. So it looks like he has two mouths. He has his regular, unless these are just drawn on. Still, that's kind of cool. Oops. Let's do that. Check out this eye right here, and see this sort of detail right here. So how an eye is made, how an eye is constructed. The darkest part of the eye is the iris here in the middle, because that's an actual opening, that the light sort of goes through. So I mean, if you were able to have one of those ophthalmologist tools to like look in your eye, you can see like the back of your eye. That's where they look inside that little hole. But that's usually the darkest part, because it's looking inside the eye. But then this sort of, I don't know the terminologies and stuff, but the outer part of this is where, you know, the pigmentation of an eye is. So if you have a blue eyes or brown eyes, green eyes, whatever, it's this sort of thing, and it's made out of like muscle, and the way that it'll contract and open the iris to allow more light into your eye. But right here is where you get a lot of the character of the eye, you know, that sort of striation of the muscle that's there, and it's really cool. You know, it would be really cool here too, Isaiah, if you add like sort of highlights, because eyes are sort of wet, right? They have kind of a sheen to them. So that's always been my favorite part of actually drawing eyes, is drawing where the light source comes in. So like if an eye, I mean, if the light source looks like it's coming from straight on, based on your shadows and stuff, because like it's really dramatic shadow here. You know, just like a little white area right there, you know, and all these eyes would make that stuff really pop. But man, Isaiah, so cool. That's a lot of good detail in like 25 minutes. Man, I wish it was like faster on the chat and stuff, because I'd love to know like what the story is and stuff behind all of your drawings and stuff, like where you got those. But Isaiah, this is really, really, really cool. Cool. Okay. Here we go. The Punisher. Now I like this. I love. You got a good shape of the skull, and this is such an iconic, you know, such an iconic character from Marvel, and I can tell why my wife really likes it. Just it's very sort of like no nonsense, you know. So, and I love the shape and everything, you know. One thing you might want to do is see this sort of attention, pay attention to this sort of the shape here of the eyes and stuff, because that maybe you want to get like that sort of, and it's really subtle. And here's another thing too, is like it doesn't take much, just a slight little curve or anything will change the feeling of this. And in case in point with this is that, you know, what I've always loved about the Punisher is that sort of thing right there looks, you know, you can sort of imagine sort of like an eyebrow, like, you know, like really mad. So I love it. I love I love this. You know, you're really getting the contour and shape of this. This is great. I think I might be I hope I don't get punished. Karina Lowe says, get that tattooed on your forehead. I'm gonna say no. All right, next. That's cool. This is from Sophie. Lysander Periwinkle from Dickinson. And I like how she's got the, you know, she's getting the details, overall shape of this. I don't know how many of you have seen Dickinson. It's on Apple TV. It's really cool. Haley Steinfeld plays Dickinson. It's sort of it's interesting. It's kind of it feels like a CW show, but deals with you know, like a period piece, you know. Yeah, I know we only have 25 minutes and 2 hours of sketch space. My goodness, we'd be here forever. But this is a good point. What we start here, yes, this is 25 minutes, but that doesn't mean you can't continue to keep developing the drawing that you've done here. Case in point, like Karina, who last time drew a potted, like a pitcher plant thing, and she started it but then continued it and developed it more and more, and it turned out to be a really, really good piece. So I'm like saying the same thing with this stuff. Like with Sophie's drawing, all of our drawings are great starts. 25 minutes is even for professional, they're trying to do like tons of drawings in that time, and it's stressful for them as well. So don't feel like you're alone in that. I'm just gonna keep reiterating the point that these are just starts. So like for Sophie's, there are things like like the buttons here, you can keep going. I'd love to see, I love, she's got the vest in here, the coattails, and I love, here's one thing I do love, even though this is a monochrome picture, she's framing the pieces. So we see like our eyes are brought to the brighter points, and then we use like the darker edges to sort of frame what we're doing. So the face is a point of interest here, because she's got the hat all in black, and the hair and the shoulder and the neck, whatever that is. I think it's a cravat, I guess. I don't know if it's not cravat or handkerchief or whatever that's tied around her neck. It's sort of framing her face, which I think is pretty cool. And then you have the body framed by the feet here. So yeah, really cool, Sophie. I would continue to just keep developing it. Like there's texture in this in these corduroy pants, little lines here that sort of run parallel would help. Not I'll just really subtle. You don't have to draw them all, but just little like indications of them, Cool. And here is, I think this might be Lorraine, maybe? I think. But so she's making it. This is Professor Quirrell from Harry Potter. And on her. So yeah, it's really cool. I love, Lorraine, you've got your proportions down really, really well. I think that, I think maybe going from like looking at pictures of Professor Quirrell would you get more details on like cloth and stuff. This is really cool. I'd love to see what you would do with like revealing the back, Like if there's an actual face, like, you know, Voldemort's face on the back, that would be really cool. But this is really cool. I love the face. Oh, the glasses are almost like, this is almost like reminiscent of Harry Potter. Like, so there's a Harry Potter pearl sort of thing happening here. But Lorraine, you do have a good sense of like this anime style, and I love it. That's really cool. Okay. Here's Karina's. She also did Professor Quirrell as well, whereas Lorraine did the front, Karina did the back, and this is Voldemort on the back. If you ever seen Harry Potter, who hasn't? In fact, I think we should probably do a Harry Potter binge fest for Halloween. But yeah, so this is our first ever foray into looking at Voldemort from the Philosopher's Stone. I love the detail work on the cloth, on the turban, and what I especially like, the details of the eyes. See here, the eyes are said to be like the windows to the soul. So and there's so much emotion shown through eyes, and the shape of these, the furrowed brow, you know, there's a lot of anger and pain in here, right? You feel that emotion, you feel that sort of not that you would empathize with this character, but you feel and read his emotions. And you know, there's a lot of hate in there and stuff, you know. If you knew who the character was, Voldemort was just a pure evil dude, right? But here you can see that stuff here, and I love the sort of the shading work around the eyes, and see how this is what I'm talking about here with the framing. The bright whites of these eyes get popped out because the way she framed these eyes, you know, and that's a central point, right? If you look back at this, I mean, the first thing I noticed were those eyes, you know, and that's just, maybe that's just my sort of when I look at a face, I always like zero in on the eyes anyways. Another good thing is these teeth and stuff here, very sort of monster-like, you know. It's really cool. It's great. Let's see what else. Did anybody else loaded anything up? Oh, yep. Wow. Oh, so this is Miss Kim from Westboro. Love the witch hat. But you're a cat fan, I'm a cat fan. Look at these, look at the details on these eyes. And see, this is what I was talking about Isaiah earlier, was the highlights on these eyes. That's always my favorite parts. It's what accounts for like this sort of twinkle in their eye, you know. It's always my favorite part of drawing eyes. But I love, you know, the shape, the way they're not straight, they're sort of tilted in. What a cute cat. And I know that what she did, and I'd love to see this more developed, is that she did the outlines here, the contours of the shapes of the whole thing as a whole. And then she went in and started filling in details. and that's really you know, that's the best way of doing these sorts of drawings and stuff. Oops, goodness. And I love the striations of the fur here. And see, that's all you really need is, you know, like individual lines go a long way in patterns. There's this principle called the Gestalt principle, that our minds, when we see patterns, fill in the holes. And so like this, you know, we perceive this as to be a stripe on the fur, and it looks really cool. And there's a lot of character in this cat too. That's really cool. Very nice. Very good. Yeah, and I love to see, I mean, those wings here too. Sort of like bat wings. I love it. Cool. Let's see what else do we have? Do we have anybody else? Okay. I think that's it. I think I have a duplicate here. Just make sure. That looks like a duplicate. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, guys. Goodness gracious. Thank you guys for you know, coming in and enjoying, I mean, you know, participating in this session of the Sketch Space. I am so glad that you guys were able to be part of this. You know, I love this, and I love getting to draw. Really, that to me, that just it. I hope you find that what I'm finding when I draw is that it's always fun, especially when you just remove sort of expectations of it. You know, drawing is a fun activity, and it's relaxing, and it's you know, you can always find me drawing. I'm always sketching something. If it's not on my iPad, it's on a Post-it note, or you know, the sides of a book, or my notebook, or as I'm taking notes at a meeting or something like that. I'm always drawing something. And it's just, I guess to me, it's the act of actually getting something out of my head out onto a piece of paper or onto my iPad. So I hope that you enjoy this, and if you guys have any sort of questions or anything like that, or ideas, or you know, want to have further questions about the artwork that you're creating, go ahead and email me at thesketchspace2020@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you, you know, with whatever questions you have and stuff. Make sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. The avatar is at the Sketch Space, the name, the screen name, and subscribe on YouTube at bit.ly/the Sketch Space. I'm looking to get more subscriptions there, so and definitely looking to grow what the Sketch Space is all about. Okay, share this with your friends and stuff, and I hope to see them there in next ones. Speaking of the next one is in 2 weeks on Saturday, November 7th at 10 a.m. same time, same place. And I hope to see you guys soon. Again, email me or catch me on Facebook or Instagram. All right. Thanks so much for joining us for the Halloween edition of the Sketch Space. Hope to see you not maybe this year, but next year in the costumes that you've planned and created here. All right. Take care, guys.